is day 46 of communication practice with ChatGPT. So let's spin her up. Oh, morning ChatGPT.
Hey, what's up?
I am doing great, thanks. Um, Today I also want to do a mock interview with. Um, this is kind of strange interview to me because uh, I will be interviewing with the executive levels at a bank, and I want. So I believe it's still based on my experience at Techcombank and how to do the digital banking and digital on cloud services as a senior data engineer. So um, so I want to mock interview around that with the executive level. So please help me.
Got it. Let's dive into a mock interview scenario.
Yes.
I'll ask you questions that an executive might focus on, especially around your experience with digital banking and cloud services. After each answer, I'll give you feedback. Sound good?
Good. Sounds good.
Awesome. Let's start with a big picture question. Can you walk me through a significant project you led at Techcombank that involved migrating services to the cloud? What were the main challenges and how did you overcome them?
Okay, so for the whole digital changing is for to be work properly, we need a data platform. So the first and the most foremost project that we are working on and we just complete is a 5 years strategic project from the I mean,
Good start.
yeah. So just wait me a little bit. Here, maybe here, here. Okay, I think it's better. Now,
Take your time. It's great that you're laying out the strategic importance of the project. When
okay.
you're ready, you can continue with the specific challenges you faced and how you addressed them.
Yeah. So first was to build the data platform and data infrastructure. Essentially, it's the data lake. We build a centralized data storage and serve to many different uh, business project downstream. So that is the most important project at Techcombank for the digitalized banking.
Excellent explanation. Highlighting the creation of a centralized data lake is a strong point. Next, you can mention some of the key challenges you encountered, like data integration or ensuring data security, and how you tackled them.
Can you repeat the question?
Of course, the question was, can you walk me through a significant project you led at Techcombank that involved migrating services to the cloud? What were the main challenges and how did you overcome them?
Okay, the main challenges was how to build a reliable and yet robust data platform to serve like because the bank have many enormous different sources with different business lines and different kind of data. So we have to build a scalable data platform and framework to ingest from multiple sources and transform with um, different business logic and to serve to the downstream with different pattern. So that basically the most challenge the about building data lake at Techcombank. First is the anonymous data type and also the volume of the data. So to handle that, we for the quick time to market. We leverage cloud services, and it also costly if you haven't done it correctly. So, um, so that's the third one. That the cost might be high or are hard to manage.
Great job identifying the key challenges, like handling diverse data types and large volumes. You also pointed out the importance of leveraging cloud services for scalability and managing costs. For a well-rounded answer, you could also mention specific strategies or technologies you used, like data governance frameworks or automation tools, to ensure reliability and robustness. Keep it up.
Okay, I'm ready for the next question.
Awesome. Next question. How do you ensure data security and compliance when working with sensitive financial data in the cloud, especially in a banking environment?
Okay, to ensure the data security, we uh, we do the least privilege grantation first, and leverage the IAM role to enable the uh, tool gate tool gate connectivity. For example, we only grant the job to read that specific schema, and uh, to read that the job in a VPC read that source system. And also, uh, I mean it's basically what I'm trying to say is the we leverage the security built in AWS services, and we is basically how we um, I mean this is quite a hard to explain question. For data security, we comply with the standard, and for the data privacy, we uh, we identify the PII data, and we make sure that the data on production environment is not accessible by is only accessible by appropriate user, so that the data of the customer is secure.
You're on the right track. Mentioning least privilege and leveraging AWS security features is a strong point. You could also highlight specific compliance frameworks like PCI DSS and how you ensured encryption both in transit and at rest. Emphasizing regular audits, strong data governance policies, and continuous monitoring can further strengthen your answer. Keep going.
Okay, got it. I'm ready for the next question.
Great. Here's another one. Can you describe a time when you had to communicate a complex technical issue to a non-technical executive? How did you ensure they understood the problem and supported your proposed solution?
To talk with non-technical stakeholders, essentially we would want to focus on the business aspect of the thing. For example, we used to have um, a problem that the available IPs in the VPC is limited, so the glue job spawn there is 40. So the job keep failing, and the executive and the head of the function want to know why. And um, and even they knew about the business, the technical thing. I still explain to him, like, so we have a pool of IP, and the job need IP to initialized, and so we overload that pool, and the job cannot initialize and failed. That basically the reason. So to to handle this, there are two options. First, we reschedule the job so that there are not many jobs run on the at the same time. And second, we can expand the pool of IP so that more job can be run at the same time. So that basically what I did.
That's a solid example. You did a great job simplifying the technical issue into a business context, like explaining the limited IP pool and offering two clear solutions. It's also great that you focused on the impact and the options available. For an even stronger response, you could mention how your communication led to a decision and the positive outcome it had. Nicely done.
Okay, I want to I want you to answer this question so that I can learn from you.
Sure, here's how I'd approach it. Once we encountered a technical issue where our data processing jobs were failing due to limited IP availability in our VPC. When communicating this to non-technical executives, I focused on the business impact. The job failures were causing delays in critical data reporting. I explained the issue using a simple analogy. Think of the IP pool as a parking lot. If all the spots are taken, no new cars, jobs can park, causing a backup. I then presented two solutions, rescheduling the jobs to avoid congestion or expanding the IP pool. This approach helped them understand the problem and supported the decision to invest in expanding the IP pool, which ultimately reduced job failures and improved overall efficiency. Ideally, you'd also mention the positive outcome and how it strengthened trust with the executives. Let me know if that helps.
Okay, that helps. But can you answer the original question about how do you explain technical problem with the non-technical stakeholders?
Absolutely. Here's how I'd answer that question. To communicate a complex technical issue to non-technical executives, I focus on translating the technical details into business impacts and solutions. For example, when we faced a data processing bottleneck due to limited resources, I explained it in terms of how it delayed report deliveries and affected decision-making timelines. I used simple analogies and visuals to show the problem, and I outlined the options and their potential outcomes. This way, they could grasp the issue's significance and confidently support the recommended solution. This approach shows that you can bridge the gap between technical and business perspectives effectively.
Okay, I got it. I got it. So I think that's all for today. Thank you, ChatGPT, again.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could help. If you need anything else, just let me know. Good luck with everything.
Sure thing. Have a great day.
Take care.